So you gotta be careful when you're giving too much food to your kids or eating too much food for yourself, because if you eat more than this, all this blood's going to go to your stomach to help digest it, and you're going to get tired. So I tell people you eat 2 fists in the morning or at lunch and 1 fist for dinner. Okay. These days, we don't even really need to eat 3 meals. We could get away with 2 meals. We're not as active as people were when they developed this country or during the Industrial Revolution. You can get away from it. And then there's another thing that you need to know. You can't mix raw fruit with food. And the reason why. You ever taken like fruit and thrown outside the trash can and come back a couple days later? It's all rancid, rotten, and gross. So let's say there's food in your stomach and there's fruit in your stomach. Well, the fruit's got a way around for the food to digest, and it's like being in that trash can. It's creating indigestion, heartburn, gas, the whole 9 yards. And see, a lot of people don't know tomatoes are fruit. How many people eat BLTs or put fruit in their salad or tomatoes in their salad? And so avocado is a fruit. A lot of people put raw avocado on different things. Olives are fruit. Now, if it's pickled, cooked, steamed, dried, it doesn't matter then. Also, when you eat fruit, you want to make sure you have more warm fruit than you have cold fruit. If you're juicing, you want to stick things like ginger in there because that's warm, or garlic, or cinnamon, okay? So you want to have more warm than cold. So let's go back. So what happens is, if it's hard for you to chew, it's hard for your tummy to break down, okay? And the more it's cooked, the better it is. Now, it doesn't have to be warm every time you eat it. It's kind of like a hard-boiled egg. You can boil an egg and then you can eat it a couple hours later cold. So they're actually, these days, they're steaming carrots and celery in the store. I always thought applesauce was raw apples. It's actually cooked apples. So you really want to try to eat as warm as possible. And I literally don't eat any fruit till the evening, because fruit's like 90% water. So it's going to digest a lot faster than meat or potatoes or rice or anything like that at all. And so you got to understand, food does things to us. There's always that saying, you are what you eat. It's very true. And the thing is I can heal you here, but when you leave these 4 walls and you go out and you eat wrong, you just negated everything I did. Okay? So once again, I want to go back to the 3 simple rules. The first rule is water. We talked about having filtered water. We talked about how much water you need to drink. We talked about not drinking too much water after 6 o'clock. Definitely do not drink anything when you eat, okay? And if you have any questions, you can leave some comments and I'll get back to you. The second rule is no mucus. Period. Now, you get to have a cheat day once a week, because our body, we can handle 1 cheat day once a week, where you can eat anything you want, you can eat the way you want, and your body can handle 1 day a week. But you can't cheat on the mucus, because that's just clogging everything up and making things worse. Now, also, if you don't use it, you lose it. So let's say you don't cheat for 4 weeks, you don't get 4 cheat days, okay? So, you're allowed to cheat once a week, and that ends up being 48 times a year. That's a lot of cheating going on. And then the third rule is warm foods. And what we mean about warm foods is you want to have right now everything, you want to try to cook it. And the reason why I say cook it is because a lot of times our body has trouble breaking it down. So when you cook different things, what you're doing is helping break the food down before you put it in your system, so your body can break it down the rest of the way. And then once you get healthy, you can start eating raw fruits and vegetables, but you got to make sure they fall under the nature of warm or hot. You never, ever should eat anything raw that's cold, cool, or neutral. And it's kind of hard to figure that stuff out. And so I just make it easy, saying if it's hard for you to chew, it's hard for your stomach to break down. Okay? We're going to be doing more holistic tips, but everything falls into these 3 steps. Everything I'll teach you from this day on, you'll see, will fall into these 3. So once again, water, no mucus, and warm foods. Here at All Natural Healing, The first time we meet is absolutely free, so you can come in and have a free consultation with me. I sit down with you, I ask you what you eat, we weigh your body fat, we weigh your water. I want to know everything you do, so I can help figure out what's going on. When was the last time you went to a doctor and he actually asked you what you eat, what you drink, what you do during the day? Usually, what do you have? Oh, these symptoms? Okay, take this drug. And so here, we don't do drugs. Literally 80% of all drugs are a synthetic duplication that occurs naturally. They just can't patent something natural, so they have to patent the drugs. And no matter what, the drugs are toxins, so they're always going to mess with your liver. And we're going to talk about how to detox your liver in another segment, so you're going to want to watch that. We're also going to teach you about supplements. The supplement industry, there's no regulation. They can do and say whatever. I'm just going to give you a little hint. If you take any supplements and you have bright yellow pee, that's just expensive urine. You're just pissing it out. And so there's a group of supplements they call whole food supplements, which we'll talk about here in the future. If you want to see more information about that, on my website at allnaturalhealingsrq.com, you go and there's a program that's called Juice Plus, and actually they're running a program where if you're on the supplement, one of your kids can be on it for free. So if both parents are on it, both kids can be on it for free. You're seeing this thing on TV called Balance in Nature. It's a cheap imitation. Not only that, it's $85. The supplement, the Juice Plus, is only $54. It's less than $1.50 a day. You're eating 8 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables. You think you'd be healthier if you ate 8 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables every day? This day and age, we just can't do that. A serving size is as big as your fist. 10 servings of fruits and 10 servings of vegetables. I always laugh. When I was a young kid, I used to watch a show called The Jetsons, and they would give someone a pill, and that was their meal. And it's actually come to fruition. So once again, if you have any questions, you can go to All Natural Healing Medical Center, All Natural Healing SRQ.com. We're known as All Natural Healing Medical Center. You can look us up on the internet. You can go to the website. We can do phone conversation. And once again, the first time you talk to me is always going to be free, so you got nothing to lose. And it's difficult. It's not difficult. It's just different. Okay. It sounds like a lot, but once you start to do, it's going to be easy. And people say, well, how can I navigate out there and when I go to restaurants? I've been doing this for 20 years. It's easy to navigate through the restaurant. You just need to stick to the simple rules, and you'll see you'll get much healthier. I mean, the number one thing to lose weight is water. All these diet programs, they don't even talk about water. There's only 3 ways to lose weight: pee, poop, and sweat. Water, unless they cut your arm or your leg off, right? And they never talk about water. Why? Because water, they don't make any money off of water. But that's the most important thing besides air. And then you need to make sure you're not doing any mucus and you're eating foods that your body can digest. And unfortunately, we're going to have to talk about supplements because they're over-farming our farmlands. They're picking things before they're ripe. If you have a locally grown place, ask them if they're picking them when they're ripe and they're organic, and then you're lucky to have that. A lot of people aren't as lucky. They don't have farms where they live in the big cities. And so I actually even do Zoom consultations. So if anyone's not in the state of Florida and they want to learn from me and get healed, and now you can do it via Zoom, and so I'm only a phone call away. I look forward to meeting every one of you and helping you with your health issues. I'm teaching how to prevent disease and live life at optimal health. Over in China, you go see the doctor once a month, and if you're not healthy, he doesn't get paid. Pretty much the exact opposite here. All right, look forward to meeting you all. See ya.